don't know who, somebody need to hear this. Y'all don't speak Hebrew, that's Yiddish. How the fuck you try to label us anti-Semitic? We the Israelites, blacks, native Hispanics. The Germans getting locked up for the Holocaust. Meanwhile, black people still up in the Holocaust. 100 million of us died in the transatlantic. 6 million died, y'all want the world to never forget it. You can never be a Jew, you a Ashkenaz. This ain't a star dum-dum, a gun die or die. Yeah, Yeezy told the truth and got ostracized. Not one person in the Bible had on a yarmulke. We were slaves in America like we was in Egypt. Y'all don't even fit the curses in the Torah neither. Y'all was blind to the truth, I had to make it clear. How Jerusalem, your land, your people came from Europe. That was 1947, your menorah got 9 sticks, it's really only 7. Yeah, it's us against the world, Armageddon. This what happened when you inherit lies from your ancestors. Y'all the synagogue of Satan with them black hats. Your whole nation sitting ducks, Aflacs. Bunch of thieves and culture vultures, ain't nothing kosher. To tell the truth, you vagabonds don't have a culture. Macedonia, Alexander and Philip, you a convert, so tell me, how the fuck is you Israel? That don't make you the people just cause you litter. Why my people can't hate your people like y'all hate Hitler? All the prophets was black and was called nigga. Y'all don't even fit the description that's in the scriptures. Abraham, all the way down to Jacob, we the real Jews. Y'all don't study Christ, y'all follow the Talmud. Keep it real, yeah, let's keep it real. Cold hard truth, it give you chills. Say y'all Jew-ish cause y'all ain't really them. About to do them like Hammond, it's the Feast of Purim. UPK undefeated, this an easy win. We was born fighting, y'all the evil twin. Jacob took hold of his heel, then out came his little red bass and they kosher deals. It's only 12 tribes, y'all trying to make it 13. Esau despised his birthright, the Lord cursed him. He ain't the devil, who is? I'm still searching. Ask your rabbi, why he get them babies herpes? I don't know what's worse, that or you claiming that you a Maccabee. I'm about to cancel, everybody try to cancel ye. I ain't afraid to speak, that's what I do. They riding to the core, I'm just judging them by their fruit. Cause they ain't suffering curses. If I was carnal, I promise I'd punch you in person. I know this an uncomfortable subject. They making millions off our culture and black people suffering from it. Yeah, they don't believe in Christ, they the Antichrist. Make a living off of niggas, they a parasite. I ain't afraid to tell the truth, niggas terrified. I'm about to go DEFCON 4, I ain't satisfied.
That is proof. That is absolute proof that they know we are the real Jews. That's absolute proof. Now, he got the records. Go find me a white Jew on any archaeology in Egypt anywhere. You will never find a piece of archaeology with white people as slaves in Egypt. So don't tell me that they were slaves and it's their identity, and they know it. And I know the blasphemy of them, which say they are Jews and are not. The Lord knows the blasphemy of you so-called white people that say you are Jews and you are not Jews. You are not the people of the law. You are not God's chosen people. God's chosen people are living in the ghettos of America. God's chosen people are in poverty and depression in the streets of America. God's chosen people are walking around in America with no identity. That's where God's chosen people are.
Okay.
There's a king that's coming back to save our people. Now, we should be preparing ourselves for the return of our king, not stuck up in these denominations and religions that's destroying our people and destroying our nation.
So when we are in this kingdom and our brother and sister is doing wickedly in this kingdom, we must tell them, look, the world is expecting you to stay docile, to stay stupid.
That's what Christianity teaches our people. Teaches our people to hate one another and love the oppressor. Like, we'll never forgive one another for anything that another brother or sister do to us, but we'll forgive the oppressor in a heartbeat. There's something wrong with that, man.
Imagine living your life as a whole Christian your whole life, and life's good because you're a Christian and Jesus is white and everything's going great, and there's a landslide and the earth opens up and you go downstairs and you walk through this place and you see a black Jesus, man. Why is Jesus Christ black with an afro in the catacombs, man? This predates the Renaissance period.
So when you read the book of Genesis, the trees in the garden with other nations, Right.
A leaf. What are the leaf to a tree?
Yeah,
Cover the tree. Right. So Adam took the covering of another nation. What's the covering of another nation? Their culture. Right. So when the Most High saw him and said, "Yo, Adam, where are you, man? Where are you? Don't mean I can't find you." Right. He was like, "Who is this nigga?" Like, where are you, man? I don't know you.
Okay. So the Ba al Banya Yasha'ala wa Amarath al Ham wa Aidya Yahau. The Ba means speak. Al, when it's joined with something, so al Banya means what? Unto. Right? Excellent. So al when it's joined with something means unto. Banya means children. Yasha'ala is Israel. So unto the children of Israel.
Like if it's one thing a hoe gonna do, a hoe gonna hold. But you ain't. She can't hold if there's nobody to hold with. And the thing she said at the end, where she said, I went back and I lied to him and he still wouldn't do it. And then she threw up her hands and she said, well, he'll just be a brother. That's what he need.
That's
brothers.
Right.
If we have more brothers, hoes like her wouldn't have no outlet.
There was a man in the land of Oz, his name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright.
There you go, the man called Job. I think Job is what, like, afflicted. And that man was perfect and upright, meaning what? You can be perfect, man. Job was a man like everybody else, man. Job wasn't no angel, he didn't come from the heavens, and that man was perfect, meaning what? You can be perfect in the Bible. Being perfect is in the Bible.
Had friends on my coattail way before Jimmy. Funny how the general ain't even see a penny. Better show respect, get smoked like a chimney. Keep my name out your mouth, don't even think it. Send a real Smith that y'all know Jada Pinkett. Both ball heads, my grain above 50. Lost my man to the game, that pain that stuck with me. Had to find a cheat code to the street though, cause them niggas getting foul, shoot you like a free throw. Keep spitting acid like a Mino, and the nigga be the nicest with a mean flow.
Alright, Shalom Israel, Yahweh Bashem Yahshai Barakatam to all the brothers, Yahweh Shema Alatam Bashem Yahshai to all the sisters. You know what I'm saying? This is the ISUPK UK, started out 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, on the commanding General Yohana. You know what I'm saying? We teach the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians of the transatlantic slave trade. We are the biblical Israelites the Bible speaks of. Alright? Now, as we do each week, you know what I'm saying? We've got the classes throughout the week. Today's class is the Lashawan Qadash class, where I teach you how to read, write, and speak Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow we'll have the Sabbath service, and we'll also have we have a class in Leicester. So we'll be teaching a class in Leicester, which will be taught by Captain of 13,000 Meshach Mayam. So make sure you tune into that class. You know what I'm saying? That will be from I believe it's 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. UK time. All right, so whatever time that is in your zone. So I can make sure this goes for whatever time that is in your zone, you know what I'm saying, make sure you turn up to that class. All right. Now, without further ado, let me just fix my change real quick. All right, without further ado, we'll jump into the class. So let me just quickly share my screen. Shalom also to everybody. You know what I'm saying? We going, buddy. I was just about to say shalom to you, all right? We got Officer 500 Tazapwan in the cut. You know what I'm saying? We got Trooper Ira in the building. We got Tafai in the cut. We got Zara as well. Shalom to everybody that is online. We got Just Art and Paint. Shalom. Yahweh Shema Tabashim Yashai. There's somebody named Ross Congo, Dallas, Texas. All right. Shalom, Lord of Christ. We got Yana Kwata out of the UK. Yahweh Shema Tabashim Yashai. The Sister Kana checking in from Delaware. Yahweh Shema Tabashim Yashai. All right. So real quick, let me go ahead and share my screen. So as I like to do is one of the first things between the alphabet and state and registry. I always like to do this at the beginning of each class just to make sure everybody knows how to state their registry. It also practices speaking the Hebrew, you know what I'm saying, pronunciation. And of course, this is going to be something important for you to know, especially for the brothers. You know what I'm saying? If your brother will be reading for the Sabbath service, you first get called up and you state your registry, right? So it's definitely important for the brothers to know, and it's definitely useful for the sisters to know also. All right, so I would like to have everybody state their registry. So what I'm going to do is start with Officer Tazapwan. If you could state your registry, Babakusha.
It's Tazapwan Ban Yamyan Ban Yasharala.
Most High Christ. So Tazapwan Ban Yamyan Ban Yasharala. Okay, and next we got Triple Ira.
Canada cancer.
State your
Ira ban ban yam yam ban yasharala.
Most High in Christ. So Ira ban ban yam yan ban yashala. All right. Next, let's see, we got Tafai. Can you state your registry for me? So it's when you say Benjamin, it's ban yam yan. So ban being in son, and then yam yan means right. So son of the right. So Tafari ban ban yam yan ban yashala. All right. And then last but not least, Zara, could you state your registry also?
Zara Bath Banyan Bath Yasharala.
No sign of Christ. So Zara Bath Banyamyan, meaning daughter of Israel, Bath Yashala. All right, no sign of Christ. I see Yana Kwath stated her registry in the comments also. Yana Kwath, Bath Banyamyan, and Bath Yashala. Excellent. As y'all come in, I definitely want y'all to state your registry. You know what I'm saying? Just so you can definitely, you know what I'm saying? It helps me make sure that you're keeping up and you know how to state your registry. You know how to like spell certain things. It's a good test of spelling the Hebrew also. All right, for those online. You gonna say something? All right, no sweat. Okay, so next we're gonna go through the Hebrew alphabet. So let's see, we've got 4 students so far. So let me do it in 22 letters. Time's sake, I'll just do it in 4. So Tzapan, could you give me the first 4 letters of the Hebrew alphabet?
A, Ba, Ga, and Da.
Abba, Gada, Tafa, it's like Ira. Can you give me the next 4?
Another one can. Ha, wa, za, ka.
Excellent. So Ha, Wa, Za, Ka. Tafa, give me the next 4.
What we got? Ka.
After Ka, yeah.
Ya.
So Ta, Ya. What's after Ya?
Kala.
Kala. So Ta, Ya, Kala. Zara, give me the next 4. Baba Kushar.
Ma Na Sa I.
Mana, Sa, I. Well done. Zapan, give me the next 2.
Pa.
I and Pa. Ira, give me the next 2.
Kwa, ra.
So after I, Pa, it is Tazar. So I need.
Since the sis came to I, Officer Tazapo one day Pa Taza, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so he should have just done I and Pa. So we are Pa right now.
Then I'll say Taza Kwa.
Taza and Kwa, excellent. All right,
So.
back to Tafai, give me the next 2. After Kwa. Next 2. Ra and Shah. And then last but not least, Zara, could you give me the last one, Baba Kushar?
Tha.
Tha, excellent. All right, well done. So the full Hebrew alphabet: Abba, Gada, Hawa, Zaka, Taya, Kala, Mana, Sa, I, Pataza, Kwa, Ra, Shah, and Tha. All right, well done. Okay, so I see also Kwamaida state her registry. So Kwamaida, Bathia Hawada, Bathia Sha'ala. Most High Christ. This is from the tribe of Judah. All right, so daughter of Judah, daughter of Israel. All right, so what we're going to go over in tonight's class is we're going to break down the 18 nations, right? So we're going to go through each of them, what they've been known as today, their biblical names. I got a scripture for reference where you can find them, the Hebrew and the English letters, and then the Hebrew and both the Paleo and the Assyrian, and then we also have the meanings of the name. All right. So first things first, we're gonna know how do we say the 18 nations, right?
Salaki, sir. If I may, when I have a chance, when you have a chance, if I may. It's off topic. All right then. I was watching the class from last week, and some things like I couldn't understand. I know that King David's name was Dawada, right? But aunt, when you say auntie in Hebrew, is also Dawada, according to the last class, sir. So if you could break that down for me, sir.
Most def. All right. So basically, what it is the Hebrew word for uncle is the wad, right? So uncle is the wad, and then the feminine version of that, which is aunt, you add a ha at the end, so it then becomes Dawada, like Dah. In terms of King David, his name would actually be more like Dawada. It'd be more of a ah sound, whereas Dawada would be aunt. But of course, accents and pronunciation. Usually, to say Dawada, we just say it as Dawada, but it really would be Dawada. Whereas Dawada ending AH would be for aunt, right? Because David's name is just a da, a wa, and a da, so it doesn't end in that ha, so it's Dawada. Does that make sense?
Like the uncle. It sounds more like the uncle thing.
Yeah. David's name, it means the same thing as the word. It means beloved. Which uncle, the word for uncle, which is the word, it means beloved, or it's the word for uncle. So that is David's name. That's where it comes from. No sweat, I on the bar. Go ahead.
So David means uncle.
His name it means more beloved than uncle.
And uncle means so.
The Hebrew word dawad can mean either beloved or it can mean uncle.
Yeah. How do you differentiate?
I get in most cases in the Hebrew it's used for the word uncle. It's basically saying that, or in the sense that this beloved is how do I explain this?
My beloved uncle.
It's along those lines where your uncle is someone who's beloved, right? And then that just became the word for uncle. Let me see. It's kind of like it's kind of like, I guess it's not the same, but similar how, your lad means either like young child or it means to bring forth. It means, I think first it would mean like to bring forth or to bear, and then it kind of means, a young child or a young man. It's what comes of that. So along the similar lines, a person who, I guess they would call their uncle beloved, in that sort of sense. But yeah, King David's name would be more along the lines of beloved rather than, everyone would, his name doesn't mean uncle. It would be more beloved. Okay, so no swear, I on the bar. All right, now without further ado, we're gonna learn how to say the 18 nations. So he wants to have a go at reading how you would say the 18 nations in Hebrew. Mm-hmm.
So Ashamawana.
Okay.
Ashamawana. Aisha.
Aishara. Aishara.
Oh, okay.
Aishara meaning 10. Gawayam. So Ha Shamawana Aishara Gawayam. Right? So Ha means the. Shamawana is 8. Aishara is 10. So Shamawana Aishara is 18. Right? And then Gawayam is nations. So Gawaya or Gawaya is nation, and then to pluralize it is Gawayam. All right, so the 18 nations is Ha, Shemawana, Aishara, Gawayam. All right, that's the 18 nations. Okay, you'll definitely want to write that down. Write down the English letters, and if you want to just write the Paleo Hebrew, that would be the most important one. If you're somebody who writes quite quickly and you're able to get both down, get both Hebrews down. But the most important is the Paleo, and then from there, if in your own time, if you want to make the notes of the Assyrian, you're definitely more than welcome to. All right. Shalom also to your sister Shara Pa. Shalom, Lord in Christ. Yahweh Shema Allah Ta'ala Shemi Al Shai. Okay. So the 18 nations. Ha Shema Wana Aishara Gawayam. All right, that's the 18 nations in Hebrew. So what we're going to do is we'll go through each of them. So I'm going to start with Israelites. So Israelites today are your so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. The biblical name is Israel, right? You know, Jacob's name was changed to Israel. Jacob had 12 sons. Most of those sons became the forefathers of the 12 tribes of Israel. All right. Of course, you have, Manasseh and Ephraim, which came from Joseph. And then, so Dan folded into Manasseh, and then Ephraim took over for Joseph. And that's how you get still the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay, you'll find, Israel where his name was changed to Israel in Genesis 35 and verse 10. Okay, now Israel in the Hebrew is Yasha'Allah, right? So Yashar-Allah. And you can see in the Hebrew, mainly the Paleo, which teaches you how to pronounce it, Yashar-Allah. And Yasha'Allah means he is a prince of the power, right? So you got Yah, which is a preposition, means he. You have Shah, which means prince. And then you have Allah, which is, power or God, right? So Yasha'Allah, he is a prince of the power. All right. Hey, shalom to Sister Nakapaya, Yahweh Shema Allah Thaba Shem Yahushai. Mm-hmm.
You say that again. You say that Yahweh means what?
You mean Yasha'Allah?
Yahweh.
I ain't say Yahweh.
You said
Yasha'Allah. Okay, so Yasha'Allah. So Yah as a preposition means he. Shah means prince. Allah means power or God. Right? So Yasha'Allah means he is a prince of the power. Okay?
What's Yahweh?
Yahweh is, I believe it's he is. Yahweh. Yahweh is the let me see.
I am.
I believe so. Let me see. Yahweh, let me get it here. I'm gonna get it in the strong. So I know. Let me see. It comes from. So when he would have said I am, I is. I think that would have been ahaya, right? That means I am, right? But Moses would have translated as he is or he will be, right? Which would be Yahweh. So Yah means he, Hawa means like is, and the wa in the middle is present tense. So he is. All right.
He is, yeah.
Yeah, it would be he is. Okay. Okay, so that's Yasha'Allah. All right. Let me see. Yeah, so with Yahweh, what I'm saying, when he told when read it in Exodus 3 and verse 3 and verse 14, so like I'm gonna actually quickly share it for the stream. What I'm saying, let me show it on this screen too, just very quickly. Let me just full screen this. So, and God said unto Moses, I am who I am. And he said, thus shall you say to the sons of Israel, I am. So Ahaya has sent me to you, right? And then in the next verse, what did he say? Where did he actually say? Oh no, there you go.
Mm.
Right, so thus shall you say so. And moreover, God said to Moses, "This shall you say to the sons of Israel, Yahweh," which would basically be kind of the more third person. So he, and then the Hawa comes from Haya, which means is or to be. All right. So he is, and then Allahaya is your God, but Yahweh is just the name of the Most High. All right. What am I doing? Let me share this one. Okay. So that's Israel. Let me get this other tab back on my screen. Okay. So next we have your, the Caucasians, the so-called white man, right? Which would be Edom or Esau. Well, Esau became Edom. His name was changed to Edom, which means red, right? Because he ate the red pottage. You can read of that in Genesis 25 and verse 30. Edom in the Hebrew is Adawam, right? So, the so-called white man today, in the Hebrew, he'd be Adawam, right? So Adawam. His name means red. It comes from Adam, which means ground, right? So his name
Salak, you
means
sorry for me, real quick. I don't know if you can, maybe when you have time at the end of the class, I like to be able to write the I don't know if you know it, when General Mahaima say Akarawa, Akarawa. You know what I mean?
You're saying a god of war?
No. I'm saying it. I'm probably saying it wrong, but officer of the captain told me that it means curse Esau. It's like it used to be at the starts of the videos. He used to, it was like a video that this white man was trying to disturb the camp, and then he say like, Akarawa, Akarawa, I pray this devil die and get every evil thing the Lord got to give,
Akar. I think Akar is the word for. I could be wrong. Let me get the word Akar. Let me.
I might be saying it wrong. I know the Adawam is means like Edom, but
Enters up when you're familiar, so it says Akar, right?
Car or card?
So a card means one.
I think it's a car or the one, yeah.
A car or the one. I think a car, from what I recall, I could be wrong, it means like sin.
But so we don't get off the class. Maybe you can do it at the end, then.
Yep, I'm gonna just find it right now. I got like a concordance.
Canada one concert.
So while y'all are writing these down, Adawam, I can find this real quick.
Canada one concert.
A car, let me get it. I got a Hawa. I got the Haas. Should be after a card. Okay, a car means to depart. So I think that's probably what he's saying. He's saying basically, get out of here, Esau or Edom, like leave. It means to depart. Like Bakar, I believe means backwards. I think that's a class we went over some time ago, the directions class. I believe that's what it is. So a car, so Achaar means to depart or behind or get back. Right, so I'm gonna put depart or
Hakarawa. Oh, I love that thing so much.
So I
And
think
they
it
took the
is.
video down. They took the goddamn video down.
Yeah, I believe. So from what I'm seeing, I think he's saying, you know what I'm saying, depart, Edom, like leave. Let me add that in real quick to the side here, since you asked the question. Let me zoom out a little bit here too. Just do it on this screen. Inside the text box. Let me just do this. So like, give me 1 second. Copy this. Oh, I can't even do that. All right, so. A car, no cups. So a car out of one departs. Now, if you're able to find like a video or something, I even heard.
Yeah, maybe at the start of some videos they was putting it in the beginning, you know, but the video himself where the thing happened, it was taken down, man.
Okay, no sweat. If you do come across it again, definitely send it to me just so I can be sure that's what we're saying, and I'll revisit the order. All right, so we got a car out of one, which would be depart Edom, or depart and put / I want to say either get behind or get back. That's probably one of them. Yeah.
Get me behind.
I think it'd be more. So depart, so I'm gonna put more along the lines of get back. You know, which is a phrase we'll use at camp when people are getting a bit too close. You know what I'm saying? Everyone will say back up, right? Get back, right? So there we go. So a car out of one. All right. Put a little exclamation mark on that, John. Yes, sir. All right. Now, so after Edom, next on the list, we got the so-called Chinese, right? Which is Moab. The biblical name for the Chinese is Moab. And you can find Moab being born in Genesis 19 and 37. His name in the Hebrew is Mawa'aba. Now, this kind of means two things. So you have Ma, Wa, and Abba. So Ma is a preposition meaning of. Wa in some instances means like his. You know how when you put Wa at the end of a word, it means like, say, Abba Wa would be his father. In some contexts, you can use it, you know, in the middle of a word to mean either him or his. So Ma, Wa, Abba means like of his father. Another way, so it's kind of like, you know, black people will name the children, you know, it's based off the Hebrew culture. So it's based off our culture where a name can have kind of more than one meaning, or like a short way of saying this but means something else, right? So it can also be the shortened of Amma, which means mother. So instead of saying Amma, it's just the Ma, and then Wa, Abba. So it'd be like mother and father. But his name essentially means of his mother and father. All right. Now, for those of you who don't know, both Moab and Ammon are children that are born from their mother getting their father drunk, right? Some, you know, Sodom and Gomorrah type thing. Let's call it
explicit sex.
Yeah, let's say those, you know, very close. They born of sexual deviance, right? Those a little bit too close kin. Let's say that. So that's why you'll see that people were known for having Mongoloidism, right? Which is not, it's not just an assault, it's a real physical thing. It's referring to, or it's the condition of Down syndrome, which if you look up Down syndrome, I can quickly look it up. Like what are the I guess the symptoms. Go ahead. You want me to bold it up? Okay, bear with me 1 second. I'm trying to fit everything on the same page.
Yeah, that's not, but I can make it.
Okay. All right, so let me quickly look up Down syndrome symptoms. Okay. We got, if I quickly share this, like some of the characteristics. You got flattened facial profile and nose. You have a short neck, upward slanting eyes. So you'll notice those people, the so-called Chinese and Japanese, they look that way because of how they were, because of how they originated. They then became a nation, and the whole nation just kind of looks, they just kind of look like that. That's why they, that's where they get their features from. All right, so you got the Chinese, which is Moab, Mawa'aba, which means of his mother and father. Then you have the Japanese, which is Amen. Right? In the Hebrew, it's Imawan. Right? Now, Imawan is made up of 2 words. You have Im, which means like a people. And then this one at the end is a noun. It's usually used to make something a name. Like, for example, the captain's son, Yashawan, right? His name means upright. Yashar means upright, and then the one at the end kind of just makes it a name, right? The same with Ammon. His name is Im, which is people, and it became the name version is Imawan, right? His name basically means people of itself. Again, kind of referring to how they came about. Let's call it incest, right? It came about through incest, so they are a people of itself. Okay. right, yeah, inbreeding. Yeah, that's how you get, the Chinese and the Japanese.
So like you said, so they would be saying, "Hey, people of yourself, come over here, come to bed. It's time to bed." Right. Yeah, I guess it was very well known how they came about. You know what I'm saying? Them is the people of itself. Them is the people of itself. It's time for bed.
Right. Or even you're looking at Moab funny. You're saying, "Oh yeah, he came from his father and his mother. He came. Yeah, that's how he came about." Not the most respectable of origins. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. We got another student just joining up. Shalom. Also, I see Rakar in the It's like not Rakar in the comments. Shalom to the sister. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh Shema Allah Ta'ala Shemi Yahushai. She have stated a registry as well. Bath Yahawada, Bath Yasha'Allah. Checking in from Lafayette, Most High in Christ. We got Kaya La also checking in from Lafayette, Louisiana. The daughter of Officer Assad, Most High in Christ. Shalom, sis. Yahweh Shema Allah Ta'ala Shemi Yahushai. All right. But Yana Quat, you coming in on the I'm a one and them. You know what I'm saying? People of itself and of his father and mother. All right. Somebody said, you know what I'm saying, Officer Ra'al by the water of the teaching, Most High in Christ, the water. Nah, we don't, we don't call ourselves Yisrael, you know what I'm saying? So like, I do have to correct you on that. So it'd be Israel in the Bible, you know what I'm saying? Yisrael is something that comes from, the Jewish. I don't know if you are, you know what I'm saying, of this, so-called Jewish descent, or if you are an actual Israelite, you know what I'm saying, a descendant of the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, but it would be Israel or Yasha'Allah in the Hebrew. All right. But the water, I appreciate it. All right, we got sister here says Salakia. How do we say come here in Hebrew? No sweat. So I got it was actually a word we went through in some of the verses we've been reading. So as you'll know, at the end, the last half of each class, we will read through the verses that we're going to read through in tomorrow's Sabbath service, right? And so I came across this word. So it's a verb. I believe it's yaba'ah. Let me get that for you real quick. So I'm just looking through my notes from what we've gotten previously. So yataza'ah means to go out. I think it was the same one where we got the other word meaning come here. Let me see if I can. Was it in a recent one? I believe it's yaba'ah, but let me quickly get that in the Let me just verify real quick. So I'm gonna go to Harazah, Ka, Tanya. So after Ka, Tanya. So it's over here. Bada bing, bada boom. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be right at the beginning. So Yaba, Yabal. So right at the start. Yabal. Oh, I found it here. All right, let me have a look. All right, let me have a look here.
Yeah. 16 or 18 Arabs.
The Arabs?
16 or 18. Yeah, 8.
Ishmael, this is 16 and verse 11. All right, so let me see. So yataza'ah means to go out, or come out. And I can't find it now. I could have sworn I went over it in a previous class. Let me see. Oh, there we go. Right. As I take a second look, I see it right here. So let me quickly share this screen. So, and then let me get your question again. So, the question was, how do you say come here? Come here. How would you say here? Okay, so I'm gonna share this real quick. You see this here, the word for to come or to come in is yaba'ah, right? So now let me find how you'd say here. And just find that real quick, and then I'll put it to the side, or I'll type it in the comments. All right, just give me 1 second to find the word for here. And let's see if this makes sense. Or you could say come to me, which would be like yaba'a la'a. It's like yaba'a la'ya, which means like come to me. Let me see if there's a specific word or what's a specific word for here. Let's see. Hither. Okay, I have pa. Here, from here, hither. It's probably, let me see. What, Ishmael?
Yeah.
Yep. Yashamai Allah.
Yashamai Allah, right?
Yashamai Allah.
Yashamai.
So let me whilst I'm having to look for this, I'm gonna go through Ishmael. I don't know why Taliah's Talaya's thing doesn't seem to. Okay, sister said Yaba is Tawab. I'm gonna find it in the Bible because I'm pretty sure there'll be instances where, you know, somebody said come here or come hither. All right, so I'm gonna find it as well and get it for you. I think it's like not Talia. Talia is having a bit of trouble joining. While I'm having a look for that, we'll move forward because we closing up in the time. I don't want to spend too much time on this. What we might have to do is do a few of these and then pick it up next week. So we'll probably get up to maybe the Syrians before we go into like the African nations. So we'll get up to Aram. All right, so we have, you know, the so-called Arabs, right, which is Ishmael. All right, so Ishmael is so-called Arabs today. You find Ishmael being born in Genesis 16 and verse 11. Yashamai Allah, all right, so Yashamai Allah, his name. So if you break it down, Yah as a preposition means he. Shammai, you can tell me what Shammai means. It means to hear or to listen, right? So Shammai, and then Allah is the power, right, or God, right? So the Yah is referring to is Allah meaning the power or God. So it's basically saying God hears or God has heard him, right? So I put as the definition, God hears, right? I believe it's when, you know what I'm saying, because the Most High told. Yeah, because the Most High told Abraham to basically kick out Ishmael. All right, but he said that he'll bless him. He'll bless him still because he heard Abraham.
Was it? Was it his affliction?
I think that's Shammai one you're thinking of, where it's like affliction heard or something.
No. You know, when they kicked him out, his water was spent. I think and they said to call him to name him.
Let me go ahead and get it. So
yeah, they said to name Ishmael. After he was kicked out, I don't remember.
Okay, so it's Genesis 16 verse 11. And the angel of the Lord said unto her, Behold, thou art with child, and thou shalt bear a son, and thou shalt call his name Ishmael, because the Lord hath heard thy affliction.
Yeah. So it's similar to is it Simeon? Affliction here, similar.
Yeah. So this is Yashamai Allah, which means like God hears, and then Simeon is Shammai one, which basically is just the word hear turned into a name. You know how like the one turns it into a name? It's basically his name would just mean like heard, or it would basically be heard, right? Because you know what I'm saying, in a similar way, the Most I heard, I think she named him because she said, you know, the Most High's heard my affliction or something like that. All right. This is Simeon.
Yeah.
Whereas in this case, the angel of the Lord told
Abraham what to call him.
Right. All right. So Yashamai Allah. All right. God hears. Okay. Let me see.
For me. So you say the angel told Hagar what the son's name was going to be, right?
Yeah. So the angel told Hagar what to name Ishmael.
Right.
All right. But you find that in Genesis 16 and verse 11. All right. Okay. Hey, shalom to Diana, Yahweh Shema, Allah Ta'ala, Bashim Yahushai.
Yahweh Shema, Allah Ta'ala, Bashim Yahushai.
Sorry, Christ. How you doing? You still well?
Khan.
Okay, no sign, Christ. All right, so I know you joined a little bit later to the class. So what I can do is I'll send you. I'll see if I can send you this sheet. Maybe I'll send it to Captain Meshach and he can pass it on to you. Just because, we got through. So currently we just finished Ishmael. So we learned how to say the 18 nations, and then we went through to we're currently on Ishmael, right? So we're gonna do 2 more or 3 more, and then we're gonna go on to the second half of the class. All right, so just to make sure you have everything, and you can catch up. I'm gonna see if I can send it to Captain Mashak after the class. Okay, somebody's saying there's no sound. Hey, can y'all still hear me?
Canada one council.
I can hear myself through the phone. I don't know if it's something on your side, Naima. Well, I guess she couldn't hear me say that. It's a bit of an issue there. But you know, I'm saying hopefully she yeah, I see ones in the chat. Okay, the sound is Tawab. Yeah, it might just be something on your side. Hopefully she you know what I'm saying, can see that in the comments. All right, so after so-called Arabs, which is Ishmael, we have Elam, which is your Indians, right? So this would be like your Indians, your Pakistanis, which is basically India. It's the same landmass. It just got split into like Pakistani and India because they had beef or something. They all, you know, Elam, right? Elam is your so-called Indians today. Okay, and the name in the Hebrew is Ayalam. So Ayalam, right? Now it comes from Ilam, which means to hide. Now when you add Ya in the middle of a word, so when you add Wa in the middle of a word, it makes it present tense. When you add Ya in the middle of a word, it makes it past tense, right? So Ilam means hide. Ayalam puts it in the past tense, so it means hidden, right? Now you'll definitely want to note down that Ya in the middle of a word makes it past tense, right? That's definitely going to be important to know, because when you read through certain things, you know, it's kind of like the informal way of putting it in the past tense, right? So it will start to make sense as you read, like it'll make sense for me as I'm reading the Hebrew. I can see, okay, the root words and then whatever's added to it to make it say, okay, this happened in the past, this is happening in the present, who this is happening to, who this belongs to, you know what I'm saying, things like that, right? So you'll definitely want to make a note when you have Ya in the middle of a word, it makes it past tense. Okay. The sister here said to Naima, so try leaving the stream and coming back to it, or check your sound. Well, again, she I don't know if she can hear me, but you know what I'm saying, hopefully she can see the sister's message. All right. So okay, so it's lucky. I think I scrolled down a bit. Okay, so we just did the Indians. So Indians is Elam. We find them being born in, you know, Genesis 10 verse 22. Ayalam, and it means hidden. All right. Now again, so for those who joined the class recently, if you're writing the Hebrew, I'll definitely focus on the Paleo Hebrew, unless you're somebody that writes very quickly, in which case you definitely, you know what I'm saying, as always, I always put the Assyrian on there because it's good to be able to read it in the Assyrian also. Because like when we read through the verses, or at least when I read through the verses for the Sabbath service, I read it in the Assyrian, right? So I'll it's good to be able to know both. Now there are some apps which has the Paleo as well. Definitely useful to have those. For the most part, I'll either read it either from the Tanakh or from the Blue Letter Bible or from Bible Hub. From like an interlinear concordance, which is basically in the Assyrian, right? So it's definitely good to know both. All right, and then the last one we have, Salakia. The last one we have is your Assyrians today. No, not the last one. We've got two more, right? So the Assyrians is Asher, right? Not to be confused with Asher, the tribe of Asher. It might sound you know, similar when you read it in the English, but in the Hebrew it's different. In the Hebrew, for Asher being the Assyrians is Ashawar, right? The Hebrew for Asher is Ashar, right? So that's how you distinguish the difference. Like when you read, I believe it's Psalms 83, right? All these, you know, different nations are confederate against us. Asher is one of them, right? Asher. Not to be confused with the tribe of Asher. All right. No, sorry, Christ. I think the Naima. Can you hear me now? Is the sound to war? Just let me know. Put like a one or a con in the chat. All right. So Ashawar, right? And his name means successful. Okay. Mizraim. All right, so we stopping us at the Syrians for today. But you can, it's basically Ma Tazar Yam. Right? Okay. And the sister can hear me. All right, Most High Christ. All right, so we just did the Assyrians. So next is the Syrians, right? Land of Syria, which is known as Aram or Syria in the Bible, right? So the Bible mentions Syria, which is, it's called the same thing today. All right, Genesis 10 and verse 22. In the Hebrew, it's Aram, right? So it sounds the same in the English as it does in the Hebrew, Aram, right? Now, Aram means elevated or like high, right? So Aram means elevated. Like even I believe it comes from the word Aramawan, which we have a brother in Chicago named Aramawan. His name means like fortress, right? Which a fortress would be like, something, a fortress, you'd put it on high ground. So it'd be like a high castle, right? That would be a fortress, right? And then the Aram, good night. I did not mean to move that around. Aram basically means elevated.
So like you said, if I may. But Captain Tazariak, if I'm not mistaken, his name is meaning a tower.
Yeah, his name means stronghold.
Oh, stronghold. Thank you.
No sweat. All right. Somebody asked a question. So Jerry asked a question, sir, how may I get my Hebrew name? In order to obtain a Hebrew name, you have to be an Israelite, right? So I first want you to answer me. So where are you from? What is your nationality? If you put that in the chat for me, you know what I'm saying, I can let you know your next steps on what to do. All right. So let me know where you're from. What's your background, your nationality? All right. Okay. So the Syrians, Aram, Syria, in the Hebrew it's Aram, and it means elevated, right? Or it can mean exalted as well, basically saying high, right? It's high. Okay, like a high castle or a fortress, right? Okay, you said Yehuda. Okay, because you say Yehuda, are you referring to the tribe? Because when you say Yehuda, it makes me think, I'm saying you're one of them Ish people, one of them people that's trying to be a Jew. So Yehuda is what the Jewish people will call Judah. If you're saying you're the tribe of Judah, okay, are you saying that you are a so-called Negro? Were you enslaved in America? Do you descend from those people, or you descend from like the Ashkenazi Jews, and so on and so forth? All right, you say Judah. There. I need you to do you descend from those slaves that were enslaved in America? I need you to let me know that. All right. Okay. Right. So let me see. Because everybody finished writing up to at least Syrians, right? So Aram. All right, Most High Christ, y'all have done that. Zara, have you written up to at least Syrians?
Con, sir.
Okay, Most High Christ. Diana, do you need a bit more time, or are you good? Let me see.
I need a bit more time.
Okay, no sweat. All right, I'm gonna leave it up. What I'm gonna do? We currently on 8:15. So from now, I'm gonna give like a 5-minute break until 8:20 or whatever time it is. 20 minutes past, and then we'll get with the second half of the class. I'm gonna leave this up for Diana, and then say once you're done, if we have time, I'll play a quick song, or we'll just jump right into the second half. But I'm gonna get that second half of the class ready. All right, so let me start moving things around. Put this right here. I'm gonna cut this a bit short. Diana, what nation have you written up to? I need to know if I need these bits on the side. These blue bits.
Chinese.
Chinese. Okay, no sweat. All right, so I'm gonna leave them on the side. Let me see, and then let me get this ready. So I need it in the. All right, now for the Sabbath service verses, I believe we started at Genesis 14 and verse 7. Let me quickly verify. All right, so it's gonna be in this chart, this one. Yeah, we start from Genesis 14 and verse 7. So let me see. Oh, what I also need to do is prepare the notes section. Okay. Put this right here. How do I?
Is it both Moab and Ammon people, or anything like that? Both Moab and Ammon are people themselves.
Nah.
Moab and Ammon.
Moab means of his mother and father.
Oh. Right. Well, they did that. Might as well both are the same.
Well, they have different names.
The other one is people of itself. So Ammon is people of itself.
That's correct. But you can't really say, they should be the same thing. That'd be like, well, it's even different. I'd be like saying Shemai 1 and Yashamai Allah should be the same. They mean similar things. In this case, it doesn't even really mean similar things. They just said, similar origins, but their names actually have different meanings. Okay, so that's ready. What else did I need to do? Let me get so Genesis 14. I need this in the interlinear. Genesis 14 verse 7.
Salaki sir, if I may once again, I hope I'm not disturbing, but how should I understand like the Assyrians and the Syrians today? What should I put in my brain when I hear an Assyrian and a Syrian?
So there is a land, today there is a land. Sorry, go ahead. What do you want me to bold up?
From hidden.
Hidden?
Yeah.
Okay, this is
that bottom bit. Yeah. Up a bit. Well, no, go up to it.
I don't know what you mean.
If you push the pig, between up or down.
Oh,
Yeah, that way. Yeah.
You mean go down? Okay.
Yeah. Make it a bit bolder.
Where?
Let's make it over to the right. I just want to get the end bit.
This part here?
Yeah.
I was just zooming into it.
There. Just make that bold. Where it's at now, just make it a bit bolder.
Make it bolder?
Yeah,
okay.
So I can't really see.
You want to see this?
That's fine. That's fine. No, that's too much.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to catch the bit down as well. I'll go up to Egypt for it. So I want to just right now. Yeah.
Okay.
Hidden. That's what I want. Hidden, successful.
Are you doing it like one after the other, then one after the other?
Yeah, I was writing it out before, but I have to just add these bits in where I can on the paper.
Okay. Okay. The reason I had it, I kind of need the full thing just so Diana can catch up as well.
So, Elon is hidden.
That's Elon. Let me do this. Let me put this. Let me do it like that. That way, if I zoom in, y'all can still see. All right, so yeah, I just want y'all to get up to Syrians, which is Aram.
Aram? Aram? Did you say Haram?
Aram. Right, like this one here. Syrians is Aram.
So I need to think like Iran and Iraq and all those things are Assyrian?
Nah, so okay, there is a land, even today called Syria, right? It's within the Middle East. All right, so it's similar people, like it's I think it's in Arabia or it's in West Asia, but there is a land today called Syria. You can look it up, and then Assyria.
All right, if I can look it up, then I'll look it up later then, sir.
Okay.
Because it was later confusing to me because there is an Assyrian and then a Syrian. You understand?
Yeah.
I thought there was one and the same, but
yeah. So I just looked up Assyria. So Assyria is a state. It says it's a state in northern, Mesopotamia. And then let me see.
Is there a Mesopotamian today?
Let me see. Came to the Middle East. It was located in what's now northern Iraq. So I believe that in Assyria, that's around northern Iraq, and then just Syria. We have Syria as a country in the Middle East. All right, so no sweat. I am the bar. All right, so Gary, or I don't know if it's Gary, still hasn't answered my question. He says it's Judah, but I don't know that Yehuda.
I think he's trying to pass us a fastball.
Yeah, I think he's trying to get his Hebrew. I think he's trying to be something
over there.
Out of one. Right. I think he's trying to get Hebrew name and be bond. What's the name of the Jewish? It's not Ashkenaz. It's Amalek. I think he's trying to be. What I'm saying, something by Amalek. It don't work like that.
Your Hebrew name is Amalek.
Right, yeah. If you have those people, that's the Hebrew name. You're Amalek, which comes from Edom. So you're either one. Same way. All right. So Diana, about where you're up to at the moment.
Sorry, Syria?
You're on Syria now?
Yeah.
Okay, Most High in Christ. I'm gonna let you finish that off, and then we'll get into the second half where we'll go through these verses. What I was also doing, I was also looking for Yana Quath to say come here or come hither. Let me just verify. I believe it would be put as come hither, so let me type that in, see if it's in here. Okay, so we got come hither. I got it as Nagash Hana. Okay, so Hana means here, which also means to behold. And it comes from Han, which means therein. All right, real quick. Okay, the word for hither I have as Hana. Right, so Hana, Hanah, means hither. All right, so you could say Yaba'ah. I believe you could say Yaba'ah Hana to say come here. Or like come in here. Right? Invite somebody inside or, tell them to come here. Let me see if that translates. Let's see what's actually used in this passage. Okay, so for come hither, it uses let me see. Let me use this one, 2 Samuel 14 and 32. Bawa'ah. Okay, Bawa'ah means to come. Pause. To enter. That still sounds, I don't know. That's just me. My fault. All right, so yeah, this is what we're going to use. So I have right here, so it's in the phrase. All right, so let me share this on the stream real quick. So this phrase right here, so this ba'ah, it comes from yaba'ah. It's like you're not yaba'ah. Bawa'ah, which means to come in or to enter, right? So in this, it just uses the ba'ah and then hana, right? So ba'ah hana means come here or come hither, right? So let me type it out. If I put ba'ah, or if I put bawa'ah, is it's like the present tense. So it's like you're saying, well, I guess you could use it to say come here because you're saying in the present, come here like now. It's not, you've already entered here. You're telling the person to come here, right? So let me put it on the side right here. I'll just copy and paste this and get it here for this sister. So I'm gonna do Bawa'ah Hana means come here, right? Means okay. So for Sister Yana Quath, I'm saying I wanted to make sure I answered your question more in depth, make sure I got the right answer. So it would be Bawa'a Hana, right? To say come here. Or you could shorten it and say Ba'a Hana, right? You can take off the wa, I believe. Let me think. In the context of this verse, is saying, "You shall I send unto thee, saying, come hither." Let me send you to. I think you can shorten that to Ba'a Hana, but the more formal way would be Bawa'a Hana. Okay. For this person said, say that again. What did you want me to say again? I don't know what you're referring to. Shalom to this sister here, Izara Ma, Yahweh Shema Alataba Shemi Al Shai. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the sister here, checking in from Baltimore, River Precinct Officer 500 Coral Lakam. Shout out to that brother. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the sister as well. All right. In the now, come here since present. Yeah, I believe it would be, Bawa'a Hana. All right. Okay. Right, it is now 8:30. So is everybody finished writing down, you know what I'm saying, up to Syrians? Okay. All right, we've got about half an hour to go through these verses. Diana, did you finish getting down up to the Syrians?
Yeah.
Okay, Most High in Christ. All right, so what we're gonna do now, I'm gonna get ready to, you know what I'm saying, get the second half of the class. So let me put this to the side. I take this out and do this, bow. Okay. So you zoom out and then zoom in. Okay, so we have here Wa Yashabwa, Wa Yaba'awa, right? So that's the Yaba'a means like to come, and then so does Bawa'a. So it kind of means similar things. I guess you could use both. Al Ayan. So unto, Al means unto. Ayan Mashapat is En Mishpat, or whatever this is. And let me get it in the King James version as well, just so I have that for reference. So Genesis 14:7. What do you say it means to Zakwan?
I just remember the saying Mishpat. It's a place of it.
Okay. Yeah, it's a place. They came into En Mishpat, right? So that's Ayan Mashpat, right? And then Hawa'a, which means to be or is, Qadash, holy, or in this case it's Kadesh, I guess it's a physical place. Wa Yakawa means and they attacked. Ath Kal, so they attacked all. Shada is the country. Ha I'm a Lakwaya. It's like a Ha I'm a Lakia, the country of the Amalekites, right? So I Malak is Amalek, and then Amalekia is like the children of the Amalekites, right?
It's Amalekite. Amalekite, right? Wrong?
Amalekites.
Yeah, Amalekite. Right.
Amalek. That's probably what you know what I'm saying, Mr. Yehuda is.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. All right, so and then Wagam and also, so Gam means also, so Wagam is and also. Ath Ha Amaria, the Amorite. Ha Yashab, dwelling Ba bakatazan in. Thamar is Tamar. All right, let me get it here. Hazan, it's like your Hazazan Tamar. So that's the place. So Katazan Thamar is Hazazan Tamar. I don't know where that is. Some land of either the Amorites or the Amalekites, right?
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
I failed to catch the verse where we're reading.
We read in Genesis 14 and verse 7, right? So I just read it through, and then I'm going to go through kind of the key words. So I think we all should be a bit familiar, but just in case there's anybody new, so wa is a preposition. I just put preposition. So preposition means it goes before a word. So you can tell me what wa as a preposition means. And also do ya as a preposition. You can tell me. You can tell me what either of these.
I can, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Wa is his.
La'a. Anybody else?
Salakia, sir. Is it the?
Nope. Anybody else?
Salakia, sir. Is it
Wa is and. Correct. All right. Well done to Tzapuan and Diana. So wa means and. Okay. You can tell me what ya means as a preposition.
Salakia, sir. May that mean my?
Nope. That would be okay. That would be if the ya was at the end of the root word, but this one is at the beginning.
So there is a difference between possessive adjectives and what we're doing right now?
Prepositions.
Propositions. Okay. That's my. That's why I went wrong there. Salakia.
Yeah, no sweat. So even if you break down, so preposition, the word pre means before, like a prequel, or pre means before, right? And then position is the position of the word. So preposition is before the word, right? So ya as a preposition, you can tell me what that means. Nope, that would be ha, like Hashamash, the sun, or ha Bayath, the house. All right, so shawab means to turn back. That would be ba. Nope. That's ka at the end of a word, so that's a possessive adjective. Wa ya shabwa, so it's like and he turned back. Yes, ya as a preposition means he, like wa ya dabar, and he spake. All right, ya as a preposition means he, or even like Yahweh, as I broke down earlier, is like he is, right? Ya means he, or Yashamai Allah, he hears God, but the he is referring to is God, right? So God hears. All right, and wherever else we've done ya before. Okay, so we got that right here. We have wa yashabwa. This shab comes from the word shawab, which means to turn back or to return, right? So wa yashabwa is like and he turned back, and this wa is like him. Right, so and he turned back him, so and he turned back or they turned back in the context, right? And then wa yaba'awa, so wa again means and, yaba'a means to come. All right, let me get it in the actual. Let's see what it says. Means to come in or to come, to go in, to go. All right, so for context, we just put Go in. All right, that's just let's ignore. Just leave it there. All right, so al is unto. So as you know, I don't know if you heard the promo, but al when joined with something like al badia means what? And then my little brother said unto the children of Israel, right? Al when joined with something. So you can see this al here is joined with this dash. It's al ayan mashapat, right? So al, I'm putting brackets. When joined with something, joined with another word, I'll put when joined with something just to shorten it. So al when joined with something means what?
Unto.
Means unto. Most High Christ. All right. So al ayan mashpat. I don't particularly need to know that. That's just like a land. Hawa it means is or to be. Let me get it here because it comes from haya. I don't know. Hawa okay, typically will mean he or it. All right, so means it or in the context that, right? That means it or in some context that, right? So it's like, okay, means unto ayan mashpat, it is, Qadash. There's no Hebrew word for it, is, so you just say it Qadash, right? So in the context, it's like that is Qadash, right? Okay. So we got Hawa. Get Zara back in.
Qadash or Qadash?
Oh, I just realized I'm not even sharing the right thing. So like it, I'm just sharing what I'm noting down. Give me 1 second to share the full screen. Yeah, Qadash is the Hebrew for Kadash, which is, I guess in this case, a landmass. It also means holy. Like Lashawan Qadash means holy, right? The word for it, like sacred, it says here, holy, but it's also a physical place named Qadash, right? Like, Jerusalem is a physical place. It's named something. It could also refer to the people of Jerusalem, so on and so forth, right? Okay, so let me see. I'm gonna put means he.
Like, all that what you do now.
Yep.
We get a copy of it.
Yes, I can give you a copy of this, these notes. Yeah, you definitely, okay. What I would recommend with these notes, so I do this every week, so I'd recommend getting like either a separate notebook where you can focus on writing like vocabulary. So if there's words you've already seen before, like I've done wa and ya, these prepositions I've done a few times because prepositions are in like every verse, right? But if you come across a new word that you want to note down, this is where I'm saying you write it down. So when you read it in the Sabbath service, you'll have a better idea of what it is you're saying because now you know the words, right? So this is how we build our vocabulary. All right. Okay. So Hawa means he. It can mean she, but less of the time it means she. So I'll put means he or say again.
What do you say means he?
Hawa.
And yeah, or is that a preposition as well?
No. Hawa is more of a subject pronoun, meaning it's like I, you, me. The preposition is just like ha, as a preposition means the. Does that make sense? For somebody here. Okay, somebody said, I thought Yaba'a means come here. So yeah, Yaba'a, you got it right here. It means to come in or to go in. It doesn't necessarily mean to come here. It could be to go into a place, right? Like in this context, is they went into the land of Ayan and Mishpat, right? Means to go or to come or to go in, right? To say, he says how to say here is in a specific placement. To say here, so he went through that before, is hana, right? Like to say come here, we had it earlier as bawa'a hana or ba'a hana, to say it quicker, right? Okay. All right, so this comes from Naka, means to smite. So let me write this down. Naka means to smite. Okay, and they attacked. So yakwa. So and they attacked. I guess the yak in this case comes from Naka, which means to smite. What I'll just do is I'll put the basic, because this yakwa is a bit more complicated. So to keep things simple, I'll just put the root. Ath, kal. Okay, everyone should know kal. What does kal mean? Okay, for this person, so Qadash means holy, right? Qadash means holy or set apart, right? So he said bawa'a hana. Yeah, so bawa'a hana would be come here, right? So I'm gonna find it back where we write it up here. So I wrote it earlier. Bawa'a hana would be how you'd say come here, or you could shorten it and say ba'a hana, right? It means the same thing, but you know the fuller way to say it is bawa'a hana, right? I hope you made a note of that. Okay, a yonder bar. Let me go back to where it was at. So I was just gonna write cow. So who knows what the word cow means? It means all. Well done. All right, so cow means all, right? Everything in this category, right? Shada, going to it here, it means field, land, or it means country, right? So I'm gonna put, it means land, right? So it's like in all the land, which, you know, in context would be, means, right? Shada means land. All right, that's the more, you know, makes sense to say as land. So in all the lands of the Amalekites, so that's fine. Why we have the preposition gam. You can tell me what gam means. Gamasha war. It means also. So like wa, gam, and also, right? Ha Amaria, the Amorites. Ha Yashab. So Yashab means, it can mean to be seated or to be settled, or in this context it means dwelling, right? So let me put it here: to sit, to remain, to dwell, right? Means to sit / remain / dwell. Right. Yashabiam. So Yashabiam is everyone be seated or be settled. All right. So, and then this is just the land, Hazan Tamar. All right. Next chapter, next verse, Salakia. Right. So Wa Yataza'a. So and went out. So it's like the opposite of Yaba'a. Right. Malak Saddam. So the king of Sodom. Malak means king. Should I read through it first? Let me quickly read through it. All right. Wa Malak Aimara, all right, king of Gomorrah. Wa Malak Adama, the king of Adma. Wa Malak, let me see. Which is the one I use? I think it's this one. Tazabariam, which is Zeboim. Wa Malak Balai, king of Bala. Hawa'a, so that. It says Bala. which is Balai. Okay, and then Hawa'a, Za'aya, Taza'aya. So this Bela, the king of Bela is Zoar, right? Wa Yarakwa. Okay, so I'm assuming Yarak means to array or to display. You get it here, arrange or set in order. So it's Iraq, which I believe is the word we use for rank, right? It means, you know, an order. All right, means to arrange. No, we use Idar for rank. Okay, it means to arrange or set in order. Okay. I was just going through it, I forgot. Okay, so Waya, Irakwa, and they arranged. Atham is them, right? So and you know, they all, well, Atham is like you all, right? Malakma is battle or war. That'll be a good word I'm gonna note down. Ba'aimak, and then in the Kwa. So Aimak means a valley. So Ba'aimak is in the valley. Ha Shadia of Siddim. All right, so let's go through this. So Yataza'ah. Yataza'ah means to go out. If I can spell. To go out. Malak means king. Yeah, I don't know if it's worth writing down Sodom, Gomorrah, all these countries. It's not really relevant because we don't, you know, want to be them. But when you see Saddam, is Sodom, right? Aimara is Gomorrah. Adma is Adma. Tazabawayam, Zeboim, Mamalak, Balai. Okay, then we have Hawa'a again, so we have it already. Taza'aya, his name. Iraq, we have here is to arrange or set in order. Atham, let me get this here. So Ath is with. Okay, so it's Atham, right? So Ath means with, and then the am at the end is like saying them, so with them. All right, so Ath means with. Okay, so at this Atham, where you see it written here, it would be instead of it being written as this, it'd be more written as Ath and then the Am, right? This is a shorter way of saying Ath, and then Ham would be the Ham would be the way of saying them, right? Like in a possessive adjective, Ham is their, referring to the masculine plural, like their father, Abba Ham, right? In this case, there's already kind of a H, so the H is kind of obsolete. So you just say, instead of saying Atham, you could just say Atham. You just kind of shorten it, right? So that's how this Atham would be written, right? Means it means with them, right? / together. Okay. And then Malakma is battle or war. There's the brother named Malakma, I believe he's out of California. Malakma means war or battle. Okay. And then we got Imak, means valley. So Imak means valley. You can tell me what ba as a preposition means. It means in, right? So ba as a preposition, it means in or on. In most cases it means in, but can also mean on. Okay, and then Siddim. I think this is probably the last verse we're going to go through reading. I'm getting close to the time I want to go over. Oh, look, you found, here's Elam, right? Ayalam. Quite the coincidence. And then you also have Gawayam, right? The nations, which is also a word we went through earlier. So let me put, you should already have this. I'm not going to put Elam. I'm going to put Gawayam. So Gawayam means nations. So when we went through the 18 nations, which is Ha, Shema, Wana, Aishara, Gawayam, right? Nations. Gawayam means nations, all right? Let me see if there's anything very quickly worth noting down. Okay, so there's a war in the valley, and then this Ath is the same Ath as like with, right? So there was a war with. So in this context, it was a war against, right? Okay. In fact, let me put with, because the way it's used, if I go into the word, it's mostly used in these definitions to say against, right? So I'm going to put with / against. That's what it's mostly used for. All right. Against. And then let's see. You know what is up on when you went to use bathroom? So? Okay. I think he's on his way back. All right. Gawiyam, Malak, Shana. Let's see. These are all names. So Arabai is 4. Malak Yam, kings. So the Yam at the end makes it plural. I put Yam. At the end of a masculine word. Makes the word plural. Huh? Makes the word plural? Oh, the water. Masculine word. Okay. Ath, ha, kamasha. All right, against 4. Okay, 4 kings against 5. All right, so kamash means 5. Let me just put, okay. If I go into this, Arabai means 4, so it's put in the feminine sense here with the ha at the end, right? But it's Arabai. In fact, let me put okay, so when you join I with something, usually keep the A. So it's going to be written like that. It means 4, unless it's at the beginning of the word. All right, so 4, and then Kamash means 5. Okay, that's the last word I'm gonna go through. With that, Tazapon, do you have the announcements to hand? All right, 1 second. All right, I got it on my phone. With that, I'm gonna pass it over to Priest and Officer 500 to Zapawan to read the announcements. You know what I'm saying? Let's get this up real quick. Let me move the camera. All right, when you have the chance. Okay. Ready? All right.
Right. We had we had an ISUPK started out at 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. Rule for a brother, rule for a new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister come into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to marry. permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister, there is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18 and 21. Malachi 3, 8, verse 8 to 10, means tenth in the Hebrew. Ma'ashara, 10% of every penny of any increase to give to the Lord. Of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher, priest fund, free will offerings for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocation, memorial of the blowing of the trumpets, which is on the 2nd of October. Yeah.
So you can say, oh, I can
all Akians and Aquas to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boots, shirts, pants, headbands, and scarf. We're going to turn around and give a one courtesy salute. We're going to give, men of Israel, we're going to give a one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Amadim Shabbat, Amadim Barak. How about Shemiyah Shabrak? Yad Yamata. Sa. Going to salute the sisters. Men of Israel, Amadim. Amadim Shabbat. Amadim Barak. God, Yad Yamata, hands down, dismissed.
All right, the word everybody for joining. Hope to see y'all next week. So we'll carry on with these nations, and then you know what I'm saying, I think once we get all these nations down, the following class I'll prepare a recap and a quiz. All right, we'll go through them to consolidate our knowledge. Hope to see y'all all next week. You know what I'm saying? And with that, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahshai Barakatam to all the brothers, and Yahweh Shema Alatam Shem Yahshai to all the sisters. Right,
Shalom.
Salam, sir. Yahweh Shem Yahshai Barakatam.
Yahweh Shem Yahshai Barakatam.
Dear hater, you for real hater? Must not be on like you say, must not be getting no real paper. One West, nigga. Dear hater, you for real hater? Must not be on like you say, must not be getting no real paper. Nigga can't have more than you, you know them niggas will still hate you. Damn. Those are characteristics in a pussy nigga nature. Talk that shit behind my back, but be on mute when it's a facial. Smiling in my face, but you can't hide all of that hatred. I'm too silent, you a snake. I see that shit a mile away. Man of war, and I'm not sorry, blame that shit on UPK. Pussy ass nigga, you a pussy ass nigga. Oh, you confused, you think pussy ass nigga. This ain't drag racing, why
Lost tribe.